At Blackwater Pond, the tossed waters have settled after a night of rain. I dip my cupped hands. I drink a long time. It tastes like stone, leaves, fire. It falls cold into my body, waking the bones. I hear them deep inside me, whispering, "Oh, what is that beautiful thing that just happened?" Thank you, Mary Oliver. Her poetry teaches us about what it means to be human in this oh so alive, mysterious, intelligent world. Her teachings, as many of you know, are evoked regularly in Unitarian-Universalist churches, which tells me that we are longing for these kinds of teachings about what it means to be human in this oh so alive, mysterious, intelligent world. Buddhist monk Thich Nhat Hanh has said that a true spiritual partner, this is who I consider Mary Oliver to be, a true spiritual partner is one who encourages you to look deep inside yourself for the beauty and love that you've been seeking. A true teacher, he says, is someone who helps you discover the teacher in yourself. Yeah. So now we're talking about the soul. Tapping into soul, looking deep inside ourselves, waking the bones, as Mary Oliver calls it, that source of deep wisdom that knows, oh, a beautiful thing just happened. Soul simply is the place inside you that can answer the question, why are you really here? Why are you really here? Now, this is a question Elizabeth Lesser posed. She's the co-founder of the Omega Institute in New York. It's a renowned place for deep spiritual healing and learning. I know some of you have gone to it because you've told me about it. And she defines soul as the wise and whole and brave part of the self. The soul, she says, is the ageless longing for truth that sends scientists into the lab and seekers onto the spiritual path, and maybe poets to the pond. A fellow UU minister recently reflected on the following question from her pulpit. Why do people come to church? And she nor I want to minimize your particularities here, but if you poll most UUs, they will say they come to church for community. But this begs some investigation, because let's be honest, you can find community at your kid's school or their playground. You can find community at any of the wonderful events offered at Watertown Library. Or at a, did I just hear some snaps for Watertown Library? Go on, snap it up, all right. Or at a justice-focused organization, right? Communities there. Or a local art hub, theaters, sewing circles, and the like. Am I right? You can find community at a yoga studio or a gym. Have you ever met these CrossFit people? Do I have any CrossFit people here? Uh-huh, yeah. They know about community, all right. Oh, they're hardcore about their community. But you have chosen a church. Why? Now, some of you might not like where these questions are going. You see, some they get a little squirrely and embarrassed about church talk. But you keep coming, even if you are embarrassed by or bristle at church talk. You keep on coming to church. To church. I sense that you know that meaning making, for that is what the spiritual life, soul work, church talk is really trying to get at, meaning making with other people and the longing to connect in a deep way, share about who you are and how you are really. A place to ask these big questions. Why am I here? Why are you here? A place to care about who others are and how they are really. Soulful connection and relationality, basic human needs and longing. I sense that you know, hence why you keep coming back, that there's nothing dogmatic or doctrinal or obtuse or limiting or religiously oppressive about that. I sense that you know that. And I sense this is also why the book clubs or the parent group at the sidelines of the soccer game or the great stuff going on at Watertown Library or the spin classes, they're not always fulfilling this deeper need for you because there are other tasks and distractions at hand. They're trying for like another thing. But you see, connection and relationality, the soul stuff, is the only task at hand here, or it should be. And I sense you know this. And that's why you come. And that's what's so appealing about this sanctuary. The special sauce, right? Relationship is this church year's theme. And for those of you who are new to this community, we also have the monthly themes to guide us. This month's is invitation. And they work together, my friends, because relationship touches every aspect of the spiritual and religious life. How we are in relationship with ourselves, our stories, our identities, our griefs, our joys. How we are in relationship with our ultimate concern, called by many names, God, Goddess, Universe, Mystery, Love, capital L. How we are in relationship with this planet, the living creatures, the soil, the water, the things that grow out of it. How we are in relationship with our fellows, family, friends, the community, and the world. How we are in relationship to money, work, justice, time, failure, forgiveness. Relationship touches every aspect of the spiritual and religious life, because that's the human life. And the church is where we put our attention and intention. I was saying that last week. Where we put our attention and intention towards it in all of its manifestations. And we call this our lived faith. I call it that. How are we living our faith? And our chalice, the symbol of our faith, reminds us of what we're trying for here. Lest we mistake ourselves for a community center or a news organization. And I'm sorry to say that some of our UU churches are and have been functioning like this. And these are the churches, again, I am sorry to say, whose numbers are dwindling and are in real trouble because the Spirit has left the building. The intentional Spirit. This is not the kind of healing and connection and meaning making that people need right now. The stakes are too high for this. Now, about 10 years ago, 2 young students at Harvard, they conducted a massive study that hoped to address the changing spiritual and religious needs of millennials and Gen Y youth. They called this study Something More. And it came to me in seminary, and we as future pastors and ministers and priests and rabbis and beyond, we studied it because it helped us get where the future of spiritual community, church, temple, synagogue was going. And their findings revealed that while American religious communities are in crisis, with a sweeping decline in attendance and a growing number of Americans who do not identify anymore with any organized religion, a new vision of religion is taking place. These younger generations, according to their findings, which were comprehensive, it was a remarkable study, they've not left religion behind, friends. They are rather creating religious lives outside of mainstream temples and churches. And the key experiences that these unaffiliated generations are seeking, which, by the way, call themselves the nuns. Have you heard about this, the nuns? So you know on forms or college applications or wherever where it asks you what your religious grouping is, there's always a box for nun, N-O-N-E. Yeah, not N-U-N-S. That'd be cute. That'd be weird, but cute. The nuns, right? Okay. And what they are seeking is not, contrary to popular opinion, a life devoid of spirit, God, or religion, or even religious community. They're seeking personal transformation, defined in their study as, quote, a clear place to make a conscious and dedicated, autonomous effort to develop one's own body, mind, and spirit. And they're seeking a community to be in, quote, deep, soulful relationship with others. That's a quote. Where their whole identity and state of being is welcome and can feel safe, and where together in community they can be of service to others in pursuit of justice and beauty in the world. And key to these longings were, quote, true purpose finding, a known mission, or a stated set of values to live and love by, a place of creativity where the imagination and spirit can engage in play and fun and express itself, and last, a place of accountability where one can hold oneself and others responsible for who we are and how we are together. These are our young people. Although millennials are now in their early 40s, friends. Sorry. That means we're all old. They're old now. Okay. The words in this study that came up again and again were common thread, collective well-being, a circle that encompasses all, and spiritual heft. No flimsy reed faith. Young America, they deduced, thirsts for that which forms the ground of our being. I don't think this is really surprising. Don't all human beings thirst for that which forms the ground of our beings? I am grateful that these young people are putting it this way. Now, when I first read this report, I was like, oh, search no more, young America. Unitarian-Universalism is what you've been looking for. Yeah, match. And I do believe this. And many of our churches are bucking the trends. So it's not just me. There's proof in the pudding, okay? I believe that we've got the stuff that really will shape the future of religion. I do believe that. And easy. Let's just not get so high and mighty here. We really don't need any more UU exceptionalism. We're all stocked up on that one. Same with moral purity. Yep, we're good. We're good. Okay? Let us be humble, my friends. Let us hold ourselves accountable to humility. Okay? We have not arrived. We are always seeking for bigger truths and meanings, not the truth and meaning. That's an active kind of believing and doing. We practice, beloved community, and we mess it up. We aren't it. We are a living faith. And friends, if we're a living faith, then lots of stuff all the time needs to die, often inelegantly, in order to keep ourselves alive. Oh, let us be humble. We are not some utopian community here where everyone gets along or places agreement and playing nice is its highest value, and all those people out there don't know how to do church. Buddhist and Quaker Valerie Brown, who is an expert on spiritual community, she writes this: "It's so easy to have idyllic beliefs about community. That is a place where everyone's friendly and agreeable and polite, a place where there's no conflict, connection's easy, there's no difficult people, we all agree on all the same things. What I've discovered," she says, "is that more often than not, community, true community, is about conflict and about how we navigate it together, how we don't agree. Community shows me," she says, the ways in which I am hard, distant, rigid, and unforgiving. Ooh. Community shows me when I'm placing my needs before others, my doctrine before others, showing up distracted or late, and taking others for granted. Community shows us this. The gift of community, the kind that I believe people are looking for these days, she says, offers me a chance to live into a better, deeper, there's that word again, deeper part of myself. And you will only know if this is happening or how this is happening if you take the time to talk to one another, because some people don't feel safe to do that. And you're going to have to talk to them to know why. And listen and do something about it. You're going to have to come to know what's going on in each other's lives. And for the love of all things, slow down, so that we do not supplant relationships with agendas or the business of the church. Slow down so that we can be about the soul stuff, not all of the surface nuisances clamoring for our attention stuff. God, I need that message. I need that message. Deep relationship, which I'm so looking forward to digging into this year with you and to hear how it lands for you in all of its forms. The religious life as Unitarian-Universalist really does ask us to try for this something more, and the something deeper, and the something bigger. Psychologically speaking, this is what it means to be conscious. And I say to you, my spiritual companions, and you know this, that we are living through such a tilted time. A great turning is taking place. So much is unknown and in flux, both in our personal lives and in our communities in the wider world. Our nervous systems are so overloaded. Our hearts have become so calcified because we are navigating a world where it just doesn't feel safe to be anything but calcified. And we've got a long line of ancestors who felt the same way. We are exhausted by this. It's exhausting. The planet is groaning, and so are we. We come to church not to recreate all of the systems and interactions that contribute to this state of being, but to try for something so much more, for something meaningful and important, the why are we here stuff. And so, in the coming days, I would ask each of you to earnestly ponder in your heart what being in relationship with yourself, with spirit, with the world, with your fellows here and beyond, with this church, what it means to you, and what maybe needs to go about your thinking about this, and what needs to be invited in. Now, we are entering our 4th year together, and I say this from the bottom of my heart. I love you so deeply. You are such a remarkable people. There is so much love and soul and wisdom and healing to draw from here. And any success I can claim as a spiritual leader, my friends, it's because of you. You teach me about, oh, what was that beautiful thing that just happened every day, even in our little sticky, spicy moments. You do. My prayer for us all is to keep deepening and take this seriously so that we might know our higher purpose and place here, so that we might take better care of ourselves and each other and welcome in new voices and visions into this place, and to take what we are trying for here to the streets, because this world and planet needs good news, my little UU evangelists. It needs good news. And we've got it. And it needs to know about sanctuaries and communities filled with people who are soulful and imperfect and trying for something more, and who do know a thing or two about the beautiful things that are happening. So may it be, and amen.